All right. So, welcome everyone. This is a Survivor podcast on Take a Walk Productions. I'm not joined by my normal co-hosts, Sam and Devin. Today I'm joined by a couple of friends who are as into Survivor as I am. I'm joined by my friend Kris.
What up?
And my friend John.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
And my other friend Zach, who isn't allowed to talk in this episode. So, yeah, we made sure he's silent for this one. We don't want him bothering you guys. So if you're watching this from Take a Walk Productions, like from my friend group or however else, Kris, John, and Zach are friends of mine that I met online through a little Survivor game. And if you're here through Quiz Up, you know who we are already. And this is your first time hearing our voices, so that's gonna be funny. We're legends. We're gods. I mean, I won heckin' Infinity War, guy. Like that's big brain shit.
I was there. I was the host.
You were. And you won. It was Ghost Island, right?
Ghost Island, yeah.
Yeah.
The Quiz Up Ghost Island.
The Quiz Up Ghost Island, not the real one. And I didn't reel
Holland?
I didn't win the real Infinity War either.
I'm actually Wendell Holland. Sorry.
Dude, that's epic.
I actually had my win first out of all of us. Out of all four of us.
Yep.
I had my win first.
Yep.
Season 14 Battle Royale.
I was there. I was the audience.
2 years ago.
I was the host. That was 2 years ago. So anyway, in preparation, this is what my announcement was for. In preparation for Survivor Winners at War, we are going to be doing a draft and probably weekly podcast for each episode. But we'll get to that. We might miss a couple, but we'll try to keep up the best we can. So first off, let's just talk about Winners at War, because sweet baby Lanta, I've not been this excited for a season since Game Changers. Like,
yeah, me too. For me, it has probably. I mean, I was really excited for Ghost Island just because the possibilities of what could be on the island was really intriguing. But you're right. Like, this is the first time that a cast has really gotten me excited. Because
with even with Game Changers, like I was like, oh, Malcolm, JT, Aubrey, Sandra, Tony, like I'm losing my mind. But I saw like, oh, there's also like Brad Culpepper and Debbie and Caleb and some people I don't really care about.
Mm-hmm.
But like in this season, I think there's one or two people that I don't want to win, and everybody else I'd be satisfied with.
Wait, who do you not want to win? I'm curious.
Well, we'll get there. I don't want to spoil it.
I have a guess.
Yeah, I think you probably know, but we'll get there. So
I really only have one person that I like. Definitely, I'm like, I really hope you don't win.
Yeah, we'll get there. I forgot to grab my dice. I wanted to use dice, so keep the audience entertained for a moment. I'll be right back. I'll be like 2 seconds. Ow. Ugh.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. John, something that we were talking about that I'm like really stoked for is I actually didn't watch Idol the Islands and I didn't watch David vs. Goliath. So Idol Islands winner is back. Or no, sorry, David vs. Goliath winner is back, right? Nick Wilson.
Yeah.
And so I had to binge watch to like figure out who this guy was because I haven't seen his season.
So I saw like the first couple episodes of David vs. Goliath, and then I saw like the finale. That was about it. And then for Island of the Idols, I didn't see anything except for the finale. Sorry, I saw the finale. That was it. My knowledge on the David vs. Goliath winner is very limited. Welcome back.
Sorry, I scared the shit out of my fiance and she threw something at me. I hope that didn't come through the audio.
I didn't hear it.
I heard nothing.
We're
talking about what we've seen, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna get my dice real quick. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do for picking the order. I have a D4, and I'm going to have us each represent a number. I'll be 1, Kris will be 2, Zach will be 3, and John will be 4. Okay. I'm gonna roll the dice, and whoever goes first, whoever one I land on will go first, and then I'll just go in order from there, just to make things easy.
All
right. So
sounds good.
Rolling the dice. Whoop. 3. Damn it, Zach goes first.
Of course he does.
All right.
Of course.
All right. So yeah, like I said, Zach couldn't be here for this one, so I have his list here. So I'll let him pick first. So Zach's pick And make sure you're writing this down who gets picked and not, so you know not to double up. Zach's first pick is Kim Spradlin.
Oh my god, that's what I was gonna do.
Interesting. Okay, I don't feel like it's a terrible pick.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I think Kim probably played the best for like solo season probably ever.
Yeah,
and I was watching Jeff Probst when he was talking about the cast, how like he'd be like, oh, you know, some people say like, oh, well, she played against a bad cast, but like, what logic does that make? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, really, like Boston Rob played against a fucking bunch of dumbasses, but he's hailed as a god, literally.
And I don't think One World Cast was that bad.
It's the fact that I think that she's hailed as a god, or is that just Boston Rob? Do you think?
I think Boston Rob is hailed far more than Kim.
True.
Sure.
But I think people will be a little bit paranoid about her because she did play such a dominant game. But I also think it's a lot more under the radar as opposed to some other people on here.
For sure.
So I think she'll skate by for a little bit.
My thing about what's funny is I don't know if you guys remember, I was doing that Heroes and Villains writing thing, the Heroes and Villains 2 thing. It was a while ago. Yeah, I didn't finish it, but I was actually like I had Kim on the cast, and I was gonna have her go like late pre-merge, and that's honestly where I expect her to go this season. But
I can see that.
Yeah, I feel like because like with Sandra and Game Changers, or who's the big one in Second Chance that went really early? I guess nobody really. Here's some villains like Vetus. Tom Westman. Yeah, Vetus.
I was shocked. I think I had Vetus winning. I think he was my winner pick, and then he went first because of his yoga pants. And I was like, great, this is how we're gonna start the season. Yeah, a lot of people had him as a winner's pick actually.
I think I had him pretty high. But we'll go back to second.
Kim's a good pick, though.
Yeah, Kim's a good pick, for sure.
I don't think One World gets enough credit.
No, I don't think so either. I'm going to real quick.
Guess the guys were stupid. They, like, gave up the... Yeah, the guys were stupid. Maybe I can see the argument. But...
What a season, honestly, that was.
One World?
I think it's a good season.
One World is underrated, for sure.
I think One World is underrated, for sure.
I think it's my least favorite season.
Whoa, John.
Hot take. Are you serious?
It was the only season I was watching where I was just like, I honestly don't know if I can finish this season. Like, it's so bad. But
for me, that was Game Changers.
Yeah. Game Changers was also terrible.
Game Changers was rough.
That's another argument for another day. We're not here to...
No day. We'll save that for a future episode.
We're not here to discuss our least favorite seasons.
Yeah, we'll get there.
All right.
So that's Zach's first pick, Kim Spradlin. I'm writing that down, so don't forget. And then I believe that means John is next.
Okay. So with the second pick of the Survivor Winners Award draft, I'm selecting Season 13 winner Yul Kwon.
Ooh, good one. So that's...
I have really good vibes about him because he is a physical threat, but he was overshadowed by Ozzy in his season, so I don't think people are going to come in thinking that.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he politicked the Idol was like super big brain. So I feel like he's got the strategic and he's got the physical.
Do you think he can make it through without the Super Idol though?
I mean, I think so because the way he made it through with the Super Idol was kind of the strategy he used with it, and you could say, oh, it was pretty broken, which it was.
Yeah.
But it showed a lot of like how he was really functioning mentally at such a high level during that season.
That's true.
So I feel like he can manipulate alliances and all that stuff that you need to do to win. So I really feel confident about him going into the season, especially since he played so long ago too. I think that's also going to help him.
That's a good point.
You know,
I guess
he was.
You go.
Go ahead, Kyle.
No, you go.
All right. When he was on Cook Islands, the reason why he did so well was not because of like just the overpowered idol, is how he used it.
Yeah.
True.
He was. I think that no one remembers him. He is not going to be an alpha threat. He will make the merge. I guarantee you, Yul makes the merge. I think that's a good pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I believe that's my turn now. So for my first pick, this was really hard for me because, you know, I've learned through especially All-Star seasons in history past, it's never the first person you expect, but never the last person either.
Michael Scott quote.
Is that what he said?
It's the person you
middleist expect. Like, oh, that's Dwight. That was Dwight, I think.
It was like the middleist expect. Yeah, Dwight. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, Scarn will kill me for that one.
If he listens to this, I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, if Scarn's listening to this, I will pay all of you $100.
Scarn, if you're listening, like, comment, subscribe. All right. So I wanted to go with more of a middle ground player, and I think I might have went too low, but I have to stick with my guns. I'm gonna take Danny Guatemala.
Oh,
okay. Danny was one of my top picks.
And the reason I have Danny as my winner's pick is because, first off, my God, is she under the radar? Mm-hmm. Like in Guatemala, like not only in Guatemala, but I bet going into this, like for sure, because in Guatemala, like her whole thing was she didn't even tell production about most of her plans,
yes,
which is fucking genius. And I think because I've read interviews where people are like asking, "Oh, Danny, would you ever play again?" And she's like, maybe if it was an all-winner season." And here we are. So I feel like she's got to be ready for this.
Oh yeah.
And that's real exciting. I'm excited for that. So, and I actually never saw Danny because Guatemala is one of the 2 seasons I know the least about.
I never saw Guatemala either.
I didn't see Guatemala, and I never saw Vanuatu. But like,
I think that's the same.
The other ones, like, even if I haven't seen them all the way through, I kind of get the storyline.
Yes.
Like, I don't think I ever finished Africa, but I get it.
Oh, Africa was so good. Africa's also underrated. We'll save that.
We'll get back to that, yeah. All right, so now, Chris, it should be your turn.
So speaking of Africa.
Oh.
Here we go.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not taking anything.
All right.
I'm sorry. No, instead, everyone's like shying away from the alphas. I'm taking Jeremy.
Jeremy, that's a really good pick. He's up there for me.
Yes, the reason, I rewatched like how he won Cambodia, and what he did that was so good was that he fixed everything he did wrong in San Juan del Sur by keeping a meat shield and riding an alliance. Mm-hmm. So like, his meat shield was consistently Joey Amazing, and whenever Steven was like, "Can we get rid of Joey Amazing?" Jeremy said no, because that's bad for Jeremy's game. It's good for Steven's, it's bad for Jeremy's. And he would convince people by like idols and by like his using his family. He is one of the best all-around players, and I also want a team that I can root for, and I think Jeremy is that number one for me.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like at the end of the day, if I'm gonna root for someone, I want to like them. Like I don't. There's some seasons where like I'll be rooting for someone. I'm like, I don't know if I like you, but you're playing a good game. I'll respect that. But if I can like you too, fucking kudos. I'm also gonna real quick turn my desktop audio up, so maybe you guys will be louder. And so let's try that. Okay. Let's see if that works better. If the beginning of this podcast is quiet on Kris and John's end, my bad. I'll fix it in post. All right.
Cool. Is this Snake or is this
no, we're just going down the line again.
Okay.
So now it's.
So I'll get stuck with Sophie Clark. Sounds good.
Well, we'll see about that. Okay. All right, Zach's pick number 2 is Amber.
What?
Amber.
No, hear me out. I think it's not a bad idea.
I don't. Yeah.
Was kind of the middle pick for me because obviously she's a huge target because her and Boston Rob are married. So everyone's going to go after them. And I think Boston Rob's going to go pre-merge. And then she's not going to be a threat because he's not going to be on the jury. So the likelihood of her going out becomes far decreased.
I kind of said that too. I was like, if the only way Amber makes it far is if Rob doesn't.
Yeah. Yes. And that's what I feel like is going to happen. The
problem is Edge. We can't forget Edge.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I did forget about that.
Another issue I have, I think can you guys hear me? My volume looks a little weird.
Yeah, I can hear you. I also turned the desktop audio up even further to try to match mine.
I think what's going to happen is we're going to have a blood versus water Tyson and Rachel situation.
Yes.
Where
that's exactly what I was thinking too.
That's what I'm thinking, is that they're going to get rid of Amber to kind of like get at Rob. If Dakal loses, or Daco, whatever the heck their name is. I didn't like the tribe names. I think they could have been cooler.
Yeah, I don't like them. Aren't the tribe names based off of islands in the area, though?
Maybe. That's fine, I guess. But, like, why not, like, I don't know. never mind. Not everything could be the amazing names that Quiz Up creates, but no, I think Amber. If the only way she goes that early is if it's to get at Rob, but that's that's not a bad pick, I guess.
And she's gonna be underestimated for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Amber's a good pick. I'll look forward to his explanation on that. Back to John then.
Okay, I'm looking at my list right now, and I'm looking at the next person I have higher up, and I might be second guessing myself a little bit here, but I'm gonna stick to my gut, and my second pick is gonna be Michelle Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. If ever any of you on Quiz Up hear me say yes over this, are probably like, what the fuck happened to Kyle in the last few years? Because I was the big, like, oh, Michelle is the only winner who doesn't deserve to win. Aubrey deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember that. That was a nightmare.
Part of me still stands by that a little bit. But I think at the end of the day, if Michelle wins this season, she will have proved everything wrong about my perception of her. And I think the only way where I can be like, oh yeah, she's a really good winner is if she wins this season. Otherwise, I think she's just a decent winner from Kill Wrong. Yeah. I mean, let's think about it. Sorry, I'll go quick. Think about it. Kelly Wentworth went pre-merge her first season and was a swap boot and was invisible. And then she went on to play 2 more times and crushed it and set records.
Kind of. Her edge was not good.
Her edge wasn't good, but she still set a really good record in Cambodia.
She did. Yeah, for sure.
Go on, John.
So the reason I'm picking Michelle is because I think with the perception everyone's going to have of her going into the game is that, oh, she's the quote-unquote worst winner, so they're either going to try to goat her or just keep her around as an alliance member. Mm-hmm. And I feel like she can use that and get really far.
The thing is, I think Michelle is one of the few people who could make it to the end and not win. Mm-hmm. Because that's a hard thing. Because you have to remember, there's going to be a second and third place. You don't really think about that because everyone has gotten first. So, you don't think about them possibly losing. I mean, how often have we... Let me think. Parvati, I think, is the only winner who got second place as well. Right?
Rob did.
But Rob won after he got second place.
Oh, it's just when they returned and they got second.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
I mean, that's going to be tough. But I think Michelle, if she really digs deep, could definitely pull it off.
And also, just personally, I kind of want Michelle to win just so I can see Jeff's reaction because I know Jeff's opinion of Michelle is not.
Oh my God, Jeff would cancel the season.
Yeah, for sure. Jeff would.
There's a third edge.
Yeah, there's a third edge. It's the Rob edge.
Andrew Varner, you're back in. Swap out.
Andrew Varner?
Yeah, just pulling. Or Savage, sorry.
I was going to say Andrew Savage or Jeff Varner?
No, Jeff Varner, who's been banned from all of Survivor forever, is coming back, yeah.
Yeah, let's bring him back. Maybe he'll dock someone this time. Before I go on with the next pick, which I think is my turn, I realized I failed to do something to explain the point systems for the
point
draft.
System. Yes. I was going to bring that up with Michelle because Michelle will get John lots of points because she won't win, but she'll be dragged along.
Yes. Yeah. And I think what's important about the point system is because sometimes even the winner might not even get the most points.
Yeah, no, that's
the way I have it.
Quiz Up.
So let me explain the rules real quick. And this is keeping. Okay, I'll explain how Edge works in a minute. So the first boot is -5 points. If you quit, that's -5 points. If you are medically evacuated, that's -3 points. If we get a medevac in Winners at War, I will lose my shit.
Terry Dietz, you're back in.
Bring back in Terry.
I'm for it. I love Terry to come back. I'm all for it.
So if your tribe wins immunity, that's 1 point. And if your tribe or team in the merge wins reward, that's a point. If you vote correctly at tribal council, that's 1 point. If you just make it to the episode, that's a point. So if you win immunity, if your tribe wins immunity, that's 2. If you make the swap, that's 3 points. Making the merge is 5 points. Finding an idol is 5 points. Finding/earning an advantage is 5 points. Playing an idol or advantage successfully is 10 points. And by successfully, I mean it actually made a difference in the vote. make the finale, that's 10 points. And this one's a bit of a tricky one. If you win immunity, it's 1 point with a multiplier. So every consecutive challenge will double that score.
Nice.
So if you win 2 in a row, that's 2. If you win 3 in a row, that's 3. If you win 4 in a row, that's 4. And then if you win final immunity, that's 5 points, and it will stack with the multiplier.
Right.
And then if you win, it's 20 points. Yes, question.
So playing Idol successfully, what happens if someone plays an Idol, like let's say it's like a 4-3-2 vote, and they play it on the 3 person? Does that count as successful or no? It has to save them.
It would have to save them, I'm thinking, because that wouldn't make a difference.
And what happens? So, what if, like, let's say I receive 4, John receives 3, and Kyle receives 2, but John plays an Idol on me? Technically, he did play successfully, but then he went home. Like, how would that play into things?
That we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay.
I feel like that's gonna be it'll be case by case.
Armageddon 2 is gonna happen. Jeff's gonna bring up the chalkboard. It's gonna be
Jeff's gonna bring up a little whiteboard.
It's gonna be the second chalkboard.
And when it comes to Edge of Extinction, you will earn 1 point every day you stay on Edge, because that's surviving an episode, but that's not winning immunity for your tribe.
Okay.
Freaking Edge, man.
Yeah, I thought about just having Edge mean no points, and I might still do that. What do you guys think? Should Edge just be you can't earn points?
Yeah. I don't think you should earn points.
Okay,
You've been voted out of the game.
No points on Edge.
I'm very anti-Edge in the first place, but it's whatever.
I hate Edge too. And actually, I don't know if you heard in an interview with Rob Cesternino, Jeff said Edge is benched for a while after this.
Good.
And I'm like, good. But we'll talk about that later. I believe it's my turn now.
We'll save that. We'll save that for episode 1.
Yeah.
All right.
When we see who goes on Edge and we get pissed off. All right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. My next pick. Oh my God, you guys took my 2 and 3 already.
Yeah, we did.
My next pick. We actually brought him. We discussed him before we started recording. Wendell.
No, dang it.
Oh.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. I'm bringing Wendell. Wendell.
I love Wendell. He's one of my favorite winners.
He's one of my favorite winners too, and I think so. Wendell also holds a distinction for me for being my second ever pre-game winner's pick successfully.
Wow.
The other time was
I've never done
Adam.
it.
Because I predicted Wendell would win, I predicted Adam would win. And if you don't believe me that I predicted Adam would win, go back to when Millennials vs. Gen X aired on our fucking quiz up page, because we did the prediction.
I'm not
and
going
I
that way, dude.
picked
That's like 2
Adam.
hours of...
Yeah, that was like 4 years ago.
I'll take your word for it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I picked Adam for the winner. And I was like, I remember
I've never gotten that.
Everyone was like, oh, Figgy's going to win. And I was like, y'all are sleeping on Adam. Y'all are sleeping on him.
Figgy.
Yeah, well, we saw how that went. But yeah, Wendell was my other
Figgy
winner.
did so well.
Bring
back Figgy.
Bring back Figgy. Figgy was robbed.
So Figgy and Terry Dietz are on a trap.
Figgy and Terry. Are we making a dream season after this?
No, this is not Dream. Any dream would not include Figgy.
Ouch, Figgy.
But on the other hand, every dream would include Terry. So
yes, every dream has
it
Terry.
balances out.
John dreams of Terry when he goes to bed at night.
Terry is like the hidden immunity idol in your dream. He's somewhere.
Terry's sitting on Ghost Island.
Terry made it into Smash.
I was gonna make a really dark joke, but I'm not gonna go there.
Do you remember when they did the whole Ghost Island thing, and they're like, "This has been waiting on Ghost Island, and now it has evolved."
Mm-hmm.
There was like a Survivor meme account that like Landshark showed us, and it was like, shout out to Landshark if he's listening.
Whoop.
And it was like the Chevy Silverado that Boston Rob drove in All Stars has been sitting on Ghost Island and is now into a Ford 150, and I was laughing so hard.
I saw one that was like that. That was like the beef sirloin that gave Joe a fucking pancreas attack is back. Can you reverse the curse? Like, that's fucking good.
That's good. All right, is it my turn?
Yeah. Real quick though, before we get into that, Ghost Island.
Wendell.
Wendell, I feel like he played like very close to Dom. And a lot of people say like, oh, is Wendell technically like a low tier winner because he tied for first with Dom? I suppose, but he also did end up winning with Laurel's vote anyway.
Tie, yeah.
Yeah. At the end, he still won, and I think he played just a really solid game. He was very chill the whole time. he wasn't like super arrogant. I think Dom being arrogant kind of rubbed people the wrong way. And
Yes.
I think if Wendell, because I've been watching all the pregame stuff for this season, and Wendell's been talking about how he's like, I want to work with another like big guy, so they take all the heat from me. And I think if he does that again, like if he works with Tony, dude,
Oh yeah,
it's over.
Oh, could you imagine?
I would love that.
that's game over.
That's game over.
That's
GG.
That's Wendell part 2. All right. So yes, Kris, back to you.
Cool. All right. Well, we talked about if Rob goes, Amber gets like catapulted to the finale basically.
Right.
I am going to do the similar thing with my team. If Jeremy goes early, then Natalie Anderson will get catapulted. So I'm picking Natalie.
Natalie is a really good pick too. I think
she is so underrated.
Oh, for sure. Like I think Samuel Del Ser is really fun because
I love Samuel Del Ser.
You know what's funny is I hated that season when I first watched it. That was one of the first seasons since Heroes and Villains that I watched that I like stopped in the middle of.
Why?
Like,
was it John and the Wine?
It wasn't John and the Wine thing. It was, I don't know. I think because it was pre-merge. The pre-merge in Samuel Del Ser is bad.
Was ugly, yeah. Pre-merge was bad.
So that's, I think, why I was kind of like, ugh, all right, well, I don't really care. And I've missed like 2 episodes in the pre-merge. But I think at the merge, I think after Jeremy gets voted out, good season. And it wasn't because of Jeremy, but because of Natalie, how the rest of the season became like a revenge arc.
Oh, there was, the whole thing.
And
I mean,
she
the revenge
voted out
arc
my
started with
favorite
her
player.
sister.
Yeah, like, Natalie, because also Natalie's been like working out a bunch apparently. Like, I think she's going to be an underrated challenge dominator.
Give me those challenge points.
Yeah, give me those challenge points. I'll give you those challenge points now, damn it. Yeah, I think Natalie could definitely, I mean, her idol play at 5, was it? Is, I think, really underrated. I think that was a brilliant move.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, when she saves Jacqueline. Yeah. Or
I
something like that. And then Baylor goes home, I think. It was something like that.
Yeah, and I hated Baylor, so that worked out.
Oh, I didn't like Missy or Baylor. When Missy broke her ankle, they're like, we're going to keep you in with a splint. I was like, are you kidding me?
That was bullshit.
Yeah, and then there's other things that, like, people have to go home. We're not going to talk about that. That's not important.
Like how, no, I want to talk about that for a sec, because that's like how in Eric in Fans and Favorites too,
yes,
they pull him out, and then they're like, oh, you were fine.
Yeah, you're actually okay.
I know, I hated that.
I mean, I didn't think he was going to win, but...
No, he didn't. He was... No, unless he went on, like, immunity streak, but he still wouldn't have beaten whoever goes to the end with him.
Unless you brought Sherry and Dawn. Well, I think Dawn might have won in that.
Oh,
God, I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that.
I'm glad Cochran won that season. Yeah,
I'm bummed Cochran's not back, but that's fine.
No,
I'm
he said no.
surprised
Didn't he?
he's back,
Yeah,
actually.
he said no, right?
He was the only one who said no. I thought
That could be.
Jeff was like, everyone said yes. I'm like, okay, Jeff, I don't believe you.
We'll get back to like the people who didn't make it on the season later, because that's something I want to talk about. All right, so Kris,
Round 3. Here we go.
Now it's Zach. All right, Zach, who'd you pick next? Nope. Sophie.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Sophie, I don't. Sophie's gonna be one of those people who I think could go to the end and lose, and I don't think it's that she's like a bad player or anything, but I think she was handed a really good hand in her season.
Oh, completely.
I think she was able to work with Upolu, and Upolu is the tribe, right? I was having this brain fart earlier where I was like, it was Upolu and Suvai. But anyway, because I think they call them the Apolu family. Because I think how like she was like, yeah, I'm totally in with you guys, like totally. But yeah, the thing is, I don't know of any distinct moves she made per se. And I'm not saying you have to make moves, but
Her final tribal council was really good.
Her final tribal,
She got lucky that I think Coach like basically blew up his entire game at final tribal.
Mm-hmm.
And so did Albert.
If Coach had just admitted that he lied and manipulated, like he might have gotten a little bit more respect from the jury. But he tried to act like he played like this, like really righteous game when he clearly didn't.
I think honestly, this is a weird take, but I think if Coach, wasn't a returning player, I think he would have won that one. Because I think a lot of people.
No, I can agree with that.
A lot of people had the stigma of the Dragon Slayer being like a total whack job and not giving him the respect.
I'm only a fan of Coach and Tocantins.
Yeah.
Oh,
after
I'm a fan of
Tocantins,
Coach all
he just
time,
kind of
bro.
annoyed me.
I mentioned this in this is before like quiz up like the SOQs started. I did some like player analysis things, and I made Scarn very upset when I said I love Coach.
As we all have at some point.
Yeah, we all have.
Is that the second time we've said that?
Yeah, it's kind of a rite of passage. To piss Scarn off.
Say.
Yeah. I
Just
think
not first.
Oh God, let's not.
All Stars was rigged. I'm sorry.
We're good. Okay.
He's not listening to this. We're fine.
Yeah, probably not. But anyway, where's it going? Right. So it was like a player analysis thing, and I was talking about Coach, and I was like, Coach was really good in Tocantins, but I feel like in Heroes and Villains, he kind of just became a parody of what he was. Like it was someone pretending to be Coach, you know?
Okay.
It was, and then in South Pacific, he was just. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
I think Sophie is, and the problem with Sophie also, and she's another person did this to me too in the pre-interviews, and I'll get to that later. But she's one of the people where like she was like talking about her strategy. I'm like, you're making it sound like you're definitely not gonna win, because she's talking about how she's like, oh yeah, like younger me was a lot more patient. And now I'm like, no, like let's get this done. I'm like, oh, that's not gonna bode well for you. I think she's gonna get pissed off and then piss people off.
I think she gets into a fight and she goes early.
Yeah.
Or she gets dragged to the end. I'm not a big. I just didn't like South Pacific. So.
Yeah, South Pacific that season made me uncomfortable, man.
I just didn't like it. Yeah, with the whole like weird like.
The cult
I can't
thing.
help myself. I'm a Christian man, but I see a woman. I'm like, okay, that's no excuse.
Yeah, and like there's the whole like cult vibe from that whole season.
Ooh, yeah, that was weird.
And it did bring in Cochran, which is nice.
It did.
And it does have one of my favorite lines, which was when after Eve got voted out, and then Ozzy went and started pouting, and Cochran was like, I mean, really, he's just being a spoiled bitch. And I was like, oh, that's gold. That's gold. All right.
Remember when Ozzy choked on Final Immunity?
Yeah, who would have done that before?
Can't imagine.
Yeah.
I hope John got that.
Oh, I did.
I apologize to the two people in this video who understood what I'm referencing. So.
I'm glad Ozzy didn't win. I would take Sophie over Ozzy, but Ozzy's not on this
Interesting.
cast. I don't like Ozzy.
But I would have had Ozzy win so that way he doesn't come back for Game Changers. So that way we get Terry Dietz for Game Changers.
All right. Way to kiss ass.
I like that. I really like that opinion.
Let's make it happen. All right. Who's next?
All right.
John, right?
Yes. Johnny boy.
Yep. John,
right.
You're next.
So, fun fact, I'm looking at my list, and apparently Michelle was not my second pick I still had. She was my third I still had. My eyesight failed me a little bit there. But my second pick is still alive. So
sweet.
So that is going to be Ethan Zahn.
Yep. Ethan is someone who I think wins if he makes it to the end with anybody.
Yeah.
But getting there is going to be a bitch.
He's a cancer survivor.
Yep.
True. I think he has a big advantage because he is the oldest winner of this oldest season wise in this cast, and so people aren't really going to remember his game. So I think that is going to help him well because he's not going to be recent in anybody's mind, and I really think that's going to play a big factor in how he performs this season.
I think because he does keep up with the show, so that tells me he understands the advantages and idols and everything. But I don't know, man. I mean, I think he might be too naive when it comes to the strategy play. I think he's
never played with idols before,
and I think he's gonna have a hard time playing with people who are like always on. Because back in the old days, like there's a lot of not strategy in the old seasons. It was all like I voted them out because I didn't like them, but nowadays it's not like that anymore. And like it's gonna be tough for him. But I think I'll have to look at the cast again. But I think Ethan winning would be my favorite outcome. Just like
I would agree.
As a human, on a human level, that'd be the one that would be like, yes, that's I think everyone can agree to that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Moving right along.
Yeah. And Ethan never played with Rob or Amber on All Stars.
That's true.
Good point.
He got snubbed right before that.
Yeah. So that's just an interesting thing to think about.
You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, thinking about his All Stars boot, I think maybe he won't be as naive because, Lex voted him out because he's like, you're gonna win if you make it to the end, and Nathan was like, oh no, like I think that did teach him that lesson.
Lex should have been a great Game Changers pick. Oh my gosh.
Lex.
All right, I'm adding Lex to the dream season. Terry, Figgy, Lex.
We're gonna build the greatest season of all time. We'll do that later.
Oh my gosh.
All right, who's next? Is it
you?
Oh, it's me. All right, sweet. Who's my next pick? Okay, all right. I didn't realize I had her that high, but that works. Honestly, this is the pick that I don't think they're gonna win the game, but I think they're gonna give me some points. This is my point getter, so I'm taking Parvati.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be good in immunities, good in idols. She's gonna be my point girl. Yeah. Well,
I think everybody's gonna want to get Parvati out, but then they're not gonna get Parvati out. I think she's gonna be sly enough to get past the first two votes.
But who's she gonna sweet talk?
Oh yeah,
that's
Look at
true.
her tribe. Who's she sweet talking?
That's true.
Adam. So she can sweet talk Adam.
Yeah, she can take Adam or Nick.
Yeah, but isn't she kind of like older now-ish?
And she has a kid.
I don't think that's gonna matter, dude.
I think she's still attractive. I mean,
did you see the Super Bowl, John?
Fair enough.
Speaking of, dude, like, Amber is like, when I saw her like cast photos, I was like, how are you 40 with like 4 kids? Like, she looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's bananas. Anyway, this isn't a body inspection video.
Rob's still hot.
Rob. Oh, that dad bod.
Look at that mustache. Look at that little dad stash and that dad bod. Is that a new hat? New Boston hat?
Yeah, new Boston hat. That's how you know he's reached his final form.
Are we ready for Jeff to be like, you on the right in the Boston hat? What's your name?
I think I sent that meme.
Yeah, I think you said it to me.
That was funny.
That was good. I had a good chuckle.
So Parvati, I think Parvati's going to be at least a point getter. But
yes, that's fair.
She's going to have a tough time. And it's funny because, like, thinking about all the seasons previously, how, like, she's going to be Parvati 2.0. She's going to be Parvati 2.0. We got to get her out now. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, who's Parvati going to be? Parvati 3.0? Like, what? I don't know how that's going to work, but poggers, I guess. She's got to do what she's got to do.
I think it's called Parva 3. That's what you're looking for.
Parva 3. All right. Kris, you're up.
All right. I'm going to try and be quick with this one just because my phone battery's been dwindling. I'm trying to talk as long as I can with you guys. I want a team I can root for, and I watch a lot of rap. And for that reason, I'm picking Tyson because he's hilarious.
Yep.
Tyson is one of my favorite winners. Blood vs. Water is my second favorite season.
Ooh.
I know you can come at me. I love that season. We had this debate last year, like last Christmas.
We probably did.
Well, you know how Tyson, you know how I feel about Tyson. I'll put that out there.
Yeah, Tyson is evil. He knows it.
Yeah.
He didn't care when he started Blood vs. Water, but then when Rachel went out, he just started. He went on a rampage. He's smart. He's very good calculating. I don't think he wins, but I do think that he's able to get it far enough until he's taken out for I don't know, something dumb like merge.
Sure.
And I'm also banking on I think he could win on Edge if he goes early.
Yes. I think the thing with Tyson, and I think they even mentioned it, he even mentioned it in the pre-interviews where he's like, the problem is I pulled out all my tricks in Blood vs. Water, so because I thought it was my last time, and now I'm playing again. I'm like, well, I kind of showed everyone what I'm doing, so it's gonna be tough.
Damn, I didn't see that video.
Yeah. It's because he's like, I already showed them that I faked breaking my arm so I could be lazy for the rest of the game. And I'm like, yeah.
Good old Jean Robert.
Yeah. Did John Robert do that?
No, he just was I'm going to be lazy at the start of the game, but then I'm going to start doing stuff and everyone's going to notice.
Oh, that's right.
What a pro strat.
I won't add John Robert to our dream season. I will add Frosty, though. Bring back Frosty.
Yeah, bring back Frosty. Okay. So, Zach is next.
Yep.
Who'd you
he
take?
Probably
Zach?
has, I don't know. I'm going to guess. He took Tony's, my guess.
He took Sandra's, my guess.
He took Adam.
I thought Sandra had Adam. Oh, no. Yeah.
Nope. And the thing about Adam is, Adam's not winning this.
No, he's not. He's going to get destroyed by these people.
Yeah. Adam, I think, probably has the lowest shot. And I think part of it is because he idolizes everyone too much.
Exactly. He's a nerd.
And when I was reading he was like, oh, they're gonna underestimate me. Well, I want them to underestimate me, and I'm like, well, you want them to vote for you too. Like, underestimation only goes so far. I mean, he'd be a goat. I think he'd be a goat for sure.
I hope not. I hope there's no goats.
Well, there's gotta be. I mean, someone's
there's always a goat. Maybe better goats than past seasons.
Sure, we're not gonna get who's
Heroes
the
vs.
worst.
Villains didn't really have that.
Well,
I guess Russell kind of, but still, he was entertaining, and people could have had a shot.
Yeah, he did do a lot. Honestly, I think because Jerry said in her exit interview she was gonna vote for Russell, and then Final Travel changed that. So
it'll happen.
Yeah, could. Why wasn't
Russell
Russell
Battle Royale in Final Travel?
Why wasn't Russell on Winners of War? I think he was snubbed to that.
Yeah. Yikes.
Imagine if they had Natalie White on here and Russell's just watching the season. He's like, bruh.
and Sandra and Natalie end up tying to win, so they just share it.
He says, I will pay you $1 million to take your spot.
And then he goes on his YouTube channel and was like, I was just minding my own business when I find out that Natalie wins again. All right.
Ready for the
Adam, I'm ready for him to describe that and why, but John, you're up.
Okay. This next pick is going to be very shocking.
Tony.
And I don't think it's because I think they're going to do good or going to win. It's because I'm very loyal and they're my favorite of all time. So we're taking Tony.
Hell yeah.
That's what I thought.
Tony. I think
Tony's my favorite player of all time. I'm not going to not have him on my
team.
No, totally.
If Rob Sessignon was in this, I'd pick him.
I was surprised you didn't pick him sooner.
Me too. I was honestly waiting for him, John.
I was thinking of it, but I'm like, he's going to fall because I don't think anyone's going to take him that early. So I waited, and it worked.
I think Tony might be able to last longer in this than Game Changers. Because in Game Changers,
sure. He will.
Similar to All-Stars, it was like, get out the winners first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to happen this time. Because you can't. you can't.
As long as he doesn't play like an idiot, I think he'll be okay. But that might be what everyone's worried about. Because, where's Tony's, spy helicopter on this season?
And the problem is, I think if he plays under the radar, that's going to make people more nervous.
True.
Because they'll be like, oh, what? He's planning something.
I think Tony goes in a swap.
That's,
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as he's not the first boot, I'll get some points, so.
Yeah, do you think Tony's going to get,
Medevac.
Game Changer Sandred? Where he's doing pretty well, and then he gets to a swap, and they just pick him out. Yeah, I can agree to that.
I can see that. Yeah.
Oh, where's JT? Oh, JT's not here.
I know. That was another one that I was really bummed about. But
I thought he was a lock.
Yeah, we'll talk about who didn't get on after this.
Okay.
Because I don't know about you guys, but I have a bit of time.
Yeah, I have time.
All right, cool.
I have 25% battery, so we'll see.
Yikes.
All right. I'll try to be quick. So my next pick, I believe it's my turn. Yes. My next pick, okay. So my next pick, similar to John, when it comes to one of the favorite seasons, not favorite player per se, I think I'm gonna snag Denise.
Okay.
And I think she's another person that's gonna be underestimated. And I think she'll do pretty good in challenges. Hopefully she'll be on a tribe that doesn't get their ass handed to them. And I think she's better with people than a lot of people, because a lot of people remember her fights with Abby, making her look like a bitch.
Yeah.
But her dialogue with everybody else was like way better controlled. And I don't think we have really an Abby on this cast. So I think she can handle it a lot better. But I could be wrong. Yeah, I guess that's all we have to say about Denise.
I mean, I don't have much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's hard to tell how she's gonna do. I mean, I feel like her biggest argument for winning her first season was just like, oh, I went to every single tribal council, so I'm a Chad. Vote for me.
Yeah.
Fair.
I almost did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? In Battle Royale?
No, not in Battle Royale. I actually like hid on Paradise Island the whole time.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Briar do everything.
It'd be pretty easy to go to every tribal council considering how easy it was to go
Shout
to
out
tribal.
to Briar.
What's up, Briar?
Super Bowl champions, go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. All right, so I think now it's Kris again. Yep.
I was also gonna get Denise because I expect her to go to merge and maybe win a challenge and then get voted out because her alliance turns on her.
Fair.
But I can't. So that's why I was so silent. I was trying to think, who should I get?
Do you want me to real quick mention who's left?
No, I see it.
Okay.
I'm writing it down. All right, you ready?
Yep.
This is gonna be I'm gonna pick Sandra.
Yeah.
She's not winning the game.
She's not.
She's not winning the game. No.
Similar to Ethan, if she makes the end, she wins.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
If she goes, if Sandra goes on a John Sineski Ghost Island 8 immunity win streak, then maybe.
If Sandra goes on an immunity streak,
then she's goated.
Game over.
There's no more. Is Rob better? It's Sandra.
No, Sandra. There's no argument anymore at that point.
And plus, I want to root for her. I genuinely, people don't give her any credit for the fact that she won 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Winning 1 season is so hard. Winning 2 is impossible, and she did it.
And she did it against Russell and Parvati.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Parvati, who was hailed as one of the best winners from her first time, and a really good second place her second time.
My favorite Sandra moment is when she votes out Rupert in Heroes vs. Villains, and she says, I'm going to vote you out, and if I'm in the final 3, you'll still vote for me. And then
he does.
He votes for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
I hate Rupert.
I think she just knows the game. And, I mean, the only fear I have is the fact that, they have a giant sculpture of her that apparently all the cast saw when they landed on the beach.
Mm.
So that kind of scares me. But I think maybe it'll be like Skarn in Aruba, where it's, and I'm sorry for those who don't know Quizit, but it's they've already won twice. There's no way they'll win again. We can keep them around. And then they go to the end,
I think another one of my favorite Sandra moments is the Sugar Gate in Game Changers.
Oh my goodness.
I never in a million years would have thought to do that. That's these subtle small things that just work really well. That I don't think
does its up.
Yeah, JT gets mad at Michaela for eating too much sugar, and then Sandra just somehow is like, all right, I'll take the rest. I'm like, I never would have thought of that. She's playing a different game, man.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think in her, so real quick, in her pregame interview, she says she just doesn't want a woman to win because she wants to be the only queen.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, oh man, she's gonna piss Tumblr off so hard. Unless she wins.
I don't even bother to go on Tumblr.
Oh dude, Tumblr for a while was my only revenue of Survivor content, and I'm like,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
Well, there's one guy on there who I really like, who just does GIFs.
There's one guy on there in general. That's it. Period. There's one guy on there.
The rest of them are just anyway, why didn't Angelina win David vs. Goliath? Anyway, why didn't Nora win? Anyway, why didn't Julie win? And I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
All right, who's next? It would be Zach.
So this
is
round 4.
Zach's final pick?
Round 5.
Who hasn't been? Oh my god. Wow. Zach's bottom 4 are the last ones left. That's funny. So he's gonna take Nick.
Yeah, good pick.
Kind of a bummer. I wanted Nick.
That was my next highest, but it was still pretty low.
If you guys put me with Sarah, I'm going to storm out of this.
You might, bro.
John, you want Sarah more than Ben, right? Okay, let's talk Nick. Let's talk Kentucky Nick.
It's funny you say that, Kris, because Ben and Sarah are my next 2 up in my list.
Oh my god. Who's left? Oh,
it's Ben, Sarah, and
Rob,
Rob, yeah.
So
great. I'll get both of the idols. Sorry, let's talk about Nick.
Oh, Nick. We kind of skipped over him, didn't we?
Yeah, my bad.
I mean, do we want to talk about Nick? Do we care?
I'll say this: Nick is similar to he's one of those winners where it's you don't remember a lot about him because the show wanted to show somebody else even though it wasn't their
Christian.
win. Christian. Denise had Malcolm, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sophie had Ozzy.
Adam and David.
Adam and David, yeah. So, what are you going to do?
What's her name?
Christy.
Oh, gosh, that was a heated season. Ooh,
Devin
dude,
was
Reddit was ridiculous.
Anyway, so yeah, John, take it next.
So I kind of spoiled who my next two are up. It's either going to be Sarah or Ben. And my last person on my team is going to be Ben.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
How'd I get fourth?
I don't know. Ben Bombs.
Ben Bombs.
Solomon Islands.
Ben Bombs. No, I feel like Ben's going to get targeted just because of the recent memory. But I feel like he's the best of the rest, honestly.
Yeah, the cream of the crap.
But Ben was great to watch in HHH, so I don't mind having him again. He's definitely awesome.
HHH, similar to One World, is one of my favorite trash seasons. A season where, like, I know this sucks, but God, it was fun to watch. It was entertaining. Now,
for me, that's Nicaragua.
Nicaragua's a pretty good trash season, but like
I thoroughly enjoyed Nicaragua. Like, not even ironically.
I hated that season.
See, I think HHH.
Where's Fabio?
Well, Nicaragua.
Right, Fabio.
Yeah, Nicaragua is one of those seasons where you only like it when it's over and you get to think back, because like watching it, you're like, oh my God, like I don't really like any of these people. I guess
Chase Rice was on Nicaragua.
Yeah, Chase was on Nicaragua.
Like, that's crazy. Like, now he's like a really famous country singer.
Yeah, actually, I remember like I was at my parents' house and my mom had like the music channel playing and it was like Chase Rice. Did you know he was on Survivor? And I'm like, yes, I did.
You're like, yes. That's a trivia question.
Dude, WatchMojo.com did a top 10 survivors where are they now video. And my favorite was like Brian Heidick. He shot a dog.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, yep, he did do that, didn't he?
Bro, imagine if Brian was on the season.
Oh my God.
I can't watch.
We'll get to that in a minute. All right. So, Chris, it's between you and me. Who wants Robin? Who wants Sarah?
So are we gonna bargain? Are we gonna do a good old Amazon tribe swap-esque talk about it?
I get the last pick. I get the pick, so I get to decide at the end. And all right, you know what?
Give me Rob. I want the idols.
You know what? I'm doing a draft with my family as well, so I'll take the L here. I'll take Sarah.
Yeah.
And you can have Rob. Even though I think.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. I think if that wins the game, then I'm gonna be pissed.
Rob goes first.
Rob goes early. And
Rob gets voted out first. I just lost 5 points, but that's fine.
Sarah will get me a goat maybe, but I don't think any way in hell she wins. I think people didn't like. I think even Andrea said at the tribal council, final tribal, she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna vote for you, but like I don't feel good about it. Like you didn't make me feel good about this." But you brought fucking Brad and Troyzan, so what are you gonna do?
Hate to see it.
God, what a bad season.
That's what I would have done.
That's my least favorite season.
I can't believe, like, you know a season's bad when you're watching the finale and being like, go Brad Culpepper. Like, please.
And additionally, a thing with that is that I remember it was like week 7. I think it was after Zeke had been outed by the second time I dropped his name, but Varner.
Yep.
And I think Skarn went, and I've mentioned him a lot, but he like went on Quizup and he said, "Congratulations, Sarah Lucien, you've won the game."
Yep.
And he explained why, and I was like, "Well, and yeah, it happened."
Yep.
And I was like, "Damn, I can't believe it was that predictable."
It was, and that was so frustrating because I'm like, there's this part in your heart that's like, I know Cerie's not gonna win, but
yeah,
my God. And then she gets fucking default booted.
Oh, terrible.
Non-transferable. Oh my God.
I don't think any other moment in like Survivor technicality, gameplay, whatever, made me more upset than that. Just like
that was the worst.
That's bullshit.
Was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember because full confession, like I think I saw.
Hey, that's your player you just drafted.
Yeah, I think I saw like a spoiler about the episode before it came out, and then Siri was like, "I'm gonna steal Sarah's vote." I'm like, "Oh, maybe the spoiler was wrong," and they're like, "Oh, it's non-transferable." I'm like, "Why? Like, why? That's so dumb. Then there's no risk in giving someone your shit. And if you're gonna make that non-transferable, you have to make idols non-transferable as well.
And you know what the worst part about it is?
What?
Is that Jeff thinks it was good that tribal went that way. He thinks it was like such a historic tribal. Oh my god!
What a beautiful end to her story.
No idols. Like that was a horrible.
Yeah, because she walked over a beam.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, I have Rob.
Yep.
Cool. I have both the mentors from last season and then the guy that lost Rob, Heroes vs. Villains, and then 2 best friends from San Juan del Sur. So my team's pretty stacked, if you ask me.
I've got Danny, Wendell, Parvati, Denise, and Sarah. Pretty female heavy. Wendell's my main bro. Zach's got
What's your team name?
Oh, team names. I didn't think about that. Do you have a team name?
I have 3 villains from the Villains tribe, and then Jeremy and Natalie, and they were San Juan del Sur. Let me look. I'm gonna look. Give me like 10 seconds. How about you, John?
Yeah, my team name is gonna be called Super Smash Survivors.
Good.
And my team, for the record, if I am correct, it's Yoel, Ethan, Michelle, Ben, and
Tony.
Yeah.
Yep.
How did I forget? Yeah.
Yep. Super Smash Survivors. When I went to the Survivor, the casting call thing.
Yeah.
My brother, who went with me, made a Spotify playlist called Survivor Driver.
Nice.
For the road trip down. My team will be called. Oh, I didn't even think about this. I should have thought about that. I gotta think of something like what's on brand for me.
Survivor 5 Houses. There you go.
Survivor 5 Houses. In relation to that, actually, I think I'm gonna go with the Blue Lions, which is my favorite house.
I knew it was gonna be Fire Emblem related.
Yeah, it had to be Fire Emblem related.
It had to be.
It had to be. The moment you said Super Smash Survivors, I'm like, well, I've got to be something Fire Emblem related.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not cool enough to know any of these references, but I'm gonna take Villains del Sur.
That's a good one.
Okay.
I was gonna say Vilnapu.
Oh, I like Vilnapu.
Vilnapu? All right.
Yeah, and we know what Zach's gonna be, right? He's gonna be the freaking. What was he when he drafted his team?
I'm gonna call
cabbages or whatever.
I'm gonna dipshits
Zach
for now.
Zesty Salads, right?
Call Zach dipshits. Enigma. Call his team Enigma.
All right, the Enigma. We'll get back to him on that. All right. So before we wrap this podcast up, I want to talk about the people who weren't in the season that we're kind of bummed about, and I'm gonna skip real quick. I'm gonna skip talking about Richard Hatch and Tina Wesson. If you want to talk about them, Richard Hatch has a video about them on YouTube. Go Google it. It's a very interesting watch. But yeah, we all agree they were robbed.
I think Tina was. I understand Richard though.
I understand it for sure, but it is upsetting. Because I mean,
I'm gonna watch his video after this podcast. Actually, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, he's got a lot of videos already. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, he spammed his account.
Yeah, and then of course he made a video about Russell, and then the next day Russell made a response video, as if he was
Russell
bullied.
And Richard to collab and stream the games together and watch each episode.
Dude, if Russell and Richard start streaming Fortnite, we lose our minds. You imagine? Oh man, that'd be okay. Anyway, so some of the winners that aren't back that are notable, I would say JT for sure. Mike Holloway.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man, Mike Holloway. I wish he was back.
I wanted Mike back.
Mike
hard.
and Ben are the same person though.
And I would have
preferred Mike over Ben.
Yeah, I would have taken Mike over Ben.
I prefer Mike over Ben too.
I think Mike is to challenges the way Ben is to idols. Yeah, I would have rather. I mean, I like Ben, and I get why they brought Ben because I think he's got more of a relatable family man story. But I don't know, man. Well, I guess we could save Mike for Heroes and Villains too.
Does Ben have something to prove? Is that why he's being brought back? Because I know he brought up.
Yeah, he's has something to prove because everyone said oh, you only won because of the fire making twist.
Rigged.
Yeah. Which look, even if Ben goes at 4th, I think Devin wins. Everyone was like, "Oh, Chrissy was robbed." No, Devin would have won, and I would have liked that.
I think Devin
honestly.
would have won too.
I love Devin.
He was a challenge beast though.
Yeah, but Devin for me, if it wasn't Ben, it would be Devin at the final 5 when he flipped to vote on Mike to save himself. Beautiful. Anyway, Todd is another memorable one, but I know why he's not back. Like, yeah, I think we all get it. He's not in a healthy position. Who else? Fabio.
China's underrated.
Fabio wasn't going to come back. Fabio was not.
Fabio has no place.
Natalie wasn't coming back.
You know who
Tyson.
Yeah.
Do you know who I really wanted to come back that didn't come back?
Who?
Chris Daugherty.
Yeah.
Vanuatu.
Kris. I think Kris. I don't think Kris translates well from like for a modern day audience. I think Kris would get a lot of shit unless he's changed quite a bit. But the moment he starts talking about like women and stuff, I think it's gonna give him a bad rap.
Yep. And all he was a challenge beast. Like we have Ben back, you know.
That's true.
I still would have loved to have him back. You know, I really enjoyed him in Vanuatu.
Yeah, I think Kris was fine, but I'll take Tyson for the comic relief this season.
Oh,
I will too.
Wait, you hate Tyson?
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't hate him, but I'm not a fan of his. I just think I think he's just really mean. I don't find him funny. I just think he's a jerk.
I think Talking Teens, he was a bully. But
Talking Teens, he was terrible. He's like, except for like "Good night, my sweet prince." That's one of my favorite quotes of all time.
I think Blood versus Water, I was able to tolerate him a little more.
I mean, it was my first
I liked him a
season
lot.
watching, and I kind of remember not liking him in Blood vs. Water, but it's been a while.
Yeah,
but I don't know. He's too mean for me. I can't find myself cheering for him. I just think he's too mean.
Didn't you take Tony?
I understand.
I don't think Tony's that mean. Tony's funny.
Tony's not mean.
I guess Tony's not that mean.
Yeah, Tony's not that
mean. Tony was like a unicorn in the way he won. That's what everyone describes him as.
Yeah.
Because how he won is not how you're supposed to win.
Yeah. He played the game that Russell wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so what other winners?
Bob Crowley.
Bob wasn't coming back.
Too old.
Yeah, too old.
Is Bob,
and
alive?
Bob's alive.
Gabon is like dead. Like, oh, okay. I have a new person to add to our bring back season, and it's Kenny.
Ken.
Let's go.
Ken's got to come back. Devin's got to come back. I think Devin's got to come back.
But no, Bob's too old.
Bob's too old.
Natalie's not coming back.
I don't think anyone liked Bob that much.
People were all on board for the
Susan
young guy.
Won, Gabon?
Yeah, he was the professor. Are we missing anyone for like notable? Brian wasn't coming back. Jenna wasn't coming back.
Tom Westman.
Tom Westman. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about him.
Sandra was actually in the pre-interviews. The lady asked like, "Oh, besides you, who's the best winner?" And she said Tom. And she was like, "Yeah, and I hope Tom's here." And I'm like, "Man, that's a good point."
I hope Tom was here too, but we didn't get that.
I wonder why.
He'll be on Edge.
No, dude, if we don't get Reem on Edge, we riot.
Reem shows up as the mayor. You're on my island.
We're 5 episodes into the season, and Jeff's like, "Surprise! Here's Tom. He's in the game now."
Dude, like you in fucking season 2.
I was about to.
Yeah. Dude, imagine, dude. I think, and I actually, speaking of Edge of Extinction, I talked to Skarn about this after the finale. I was like, so, because Skarn always said, every winner is equal, you know, except Sandra is one step above because she won twice. And I think, is Chris technically the worst winner because he got voted out?
Me?
Anyone? Do you guys think that?
I haven't seen Edge, so I can't really give you an honest opinion.
Oh, they're talking about me.
No, Chris Underwood.
I did not get voted out. I went like all the way through tribals. Ooh, I don't know. That's a tough one. It's hard. This is such a hard. I hate comparing who played better games. Yeah. Because every season is just so different.
Yeah. I think. Because even War Dog said in the jury, he's like, well, the thing is, the theme isn't on trial. The players are on trial. So it's not about the theme. If he played a shitty deck, he was dealt a shitty hand, and he did what he had to do.
The issue I have with Edge,
No, you go.
is that the issue I have with Edge is that it didn't matter who came back from Edge.
Exactly.
If anyone comes back from Edge, they win the game because everyone else on Edge is a juror, and
Yep.
their dream scenario is I will come back and win. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. Like, it could have been freaking Reem could have come back. She would have won the game.
Oh, for sure.
And I think that's why maybe people like aren't a fan, you know?
Because what you do when you're on the edge, and I think someone else made this point, is it was like the point of Survivor is you make friends, don't get voted out, make it to the end and win. But now with Edge of Extinction, it's get voted out, make friends, get back in the game, win. Like, because, I mean, yeah. Here,
I'd be okay with Redemption Island. I don't know about Edge.
yes, and here's what I'll say. Because we haven't seen it yet, if they can fix Edge, I think in a few ways. One, no Edge Idol. Fuck that. Terrible. They don't get a fucking boost when they get back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
2, cut it at merge. No post-merge Edge.
Yes, I agree.
I think
And when you lose, you're done.
Yes. And Jeff, like, says, oh, you know, first off, he loses brackets. And he's like, oh, you know, everyone talks about how much they love Devon's, but, like, he wouldn't have been back if it wasn't for Edge. I'm like, then he played a shit game and he didn't deserve to come back. But
He was my winner pick.
I hated Devon's. But, like, because then he started talking about, oh, like, it brings back the whole, like, survival element of the show that, like, has kind of gone away. I'm like, not if you don't show it. You just, like, every episode in Edge, they just showed someone showing up the Edge and be like, oh, it's so dead here. Anyway, back to the game. But, like, you can, if you haven't seen Edge of Extinction, watch the first 2 episodes and then watch the finale, because everything in between doesn't matter.
Okay.
It, like, literally, it doesn't matter. Because you watch the first episode, the first 3 episodes, sorry, because you watch Reem get voted out, Keith get voted out, Kris get voted out, and then nothing matters until the finale, when Kris comes back.
I forgot about Keith. He was weird.
Yeah. Good luck winning challenges.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's it. That's our teams.
Can I ask who's your guys' winner pick? Like,
for this season?
If you have, who's your winner pick?
Danny.
Okay. Mine is Jeremy too.
I guess Yol, because I had him first in my draft order.
Okay. I just want to see, because I've never, like, I'm a big Big Brother fan, big Survivor fan. I've never correctly guessed who wins the game. I've gotten second place like 4 times.
You said Jeremy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. When was the other time No, because it was just Adam and Wendell. I think that was it. Because in HHH, it was Desi. And then when she, like, got...
Oh, yeah.
When she got, like, 0 screen time, I'm like, well, this doesn't bode well.
This isn't good.
Yeah.
I had that issue in Cambodia, because I picked Kelly Wigglesworth, and then she was there for 2 episodes, and I was beyond infuriated with CBS.
I picked Spencer.
I like Spencer a lot, actually.
I like Spencer a lot. I don't know why he got dragged so hard in Cambodia. Like, there must have been something we didn't see, because they were like, oh,
because Jeremy did such a good job at, like, dragging him.
I guess so, but, like, when Cammy was like, you were being a bully last night, and I will show that video to my kids, show them what they should never do. And I'm like, I mean, was he? He just told Jeremy, like, don't vote me out, or else I'll vote for Kelly. Ooh. What a bully.
I didn't think he was playing that bad of a game, honestly. But yeah.
But Jeremy was playing a better game, and I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it. Any other closing statements?
I mean, this is a lot of fun. I'd love to do this weekly if we could find a way. Yeah. And, like, people on QuizUp, like, if you're listening, like, I'm not on QuizUp anymore because, you know, I'm so busy.
Right.
But, like, shoot us or comment, like, questions and stuff so we can have things to talk about. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. The QuizUp provided such a good Survivor community.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I don't think there's a better community online. So, you know, talk to us.
Yeah, for sure. I'm posting this both on the Discord and on QuizUp itself and on my YouTube channel, Take What Productions. Please subscribe for more. We're probably going to try to do this podcast weekly. I don't know if it's going to come out on the same day per se, but we're going to try to get it before every episode. If not, I'll tell you. If, like, hey, we can't do it this week, we're going to do a double episode next week or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Or not.
My thing.
What's up?
My thing is that I have class when the episodes air,
Mm.
so I'm gonna try to like watch them on like. Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch them on like CBS.com or whatever.
Well, the good part is, even if you don't see the episode, like you can't change your draft pick. So like, we can just be like, all right, this person left. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep track of points.
Yeah, worst comes worst, I'll just read like episode summary somewhere and see what happens. And
yeah,
watch
the tribal that they post on the YouTube channel.
Yeah. I'll just binge it when I get home.
Yeah, I'll figure that out.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that was gonna be episode 1. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate if you made it to the end. Be sure to stick around for the next one, which I don't know what's gonna come out, but probably sometime before next Wednesday. Hype, guys, hype train for the season.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so hope you guys stick around with us. Thanks again for watching. See ya on the next one. Later. Say bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Now, Zach, be quiet. Be quiet, Zach.